Peace. My name is Jared Ball. I'm the father of two brilliant and wonderful daughters and the husband of one equally brilliant and wonderful wife. I know we've been asked to respond in video form to with comments for Rick Ross, but my comments are actually for the many black and brown people that are in his intended audience and in the hip hop community more broadly speaking. When dealing with media, when dealing with mass media, there are at least two things I think we need to remember. One, that they are military product, that they are military, corporate, and commercial product intended to aid the maintenance and the continuity of the wild social inequality and imbalances of power that we experience and still suffer to this day. The second thing is that it's always important to remember that, especially in terms of commercial mass media, the people you see, read, or hear are the least powerful people in the process of producing that media product. So Rick Ross is a product of Maybach Music, is ultimately the product of that company's parent company, Warner Brothers, or Warner Music Group, which is itself a subsidiary of the private equity group Access Industries, which is owned by a Russian billionaire and is involved in everything from telecommunications industries to natural resources, science and technology, where the music component is really just a handful, probably not more, I think, than 5% of their overall revenue generating process. He's also connected to Def Jam, which is a subsidiary of Universal Music Group, or the largest music company in the world, which is itself a subsidiary of Vivendi, a French company conglomerate that has Universal Music Group as about no more than 12 to 13% of its overall revenue generating operation. Not insignificant, but certainly not the biggest part of all that they're involved in. The reason that I argue, at least, that they're involved in owning music, these major conglomerates that have their tentacles and all kinds of other things, is because they want to produce the kind of musical content, the kind of media product that we're seeing in the form of Rick Ross that keeps us from building political movements that would address these social and political and power imbalances and really change the world. Rick Ross and others like him are put before us to muddy up the argument, to muddy up the debate, to weaken the power of what is inherent to hip-hop culture and black and brown oppressed communities. Lastly, as such, Rick Ross is a product of the corporate world in an entertainment sense that is no different than Barack Obama is a product of that same corporate world in a political sense. So as Rick Ross is put before us to promote dope and black, and to promote dope and violence and of course now rape, for his corporate sponsors, so too does Barack Obama promote Wall Street, wars against black and brown people, AFRICOM, assaults on Social Security and Medicare, a weakening of the movement for real, universal Medicare for all or health care for all. He promotes the closing of our schools, the privatization of our schools, the militarization of our schools in the vestige of his Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan. He promotes indefinite detention and warrantless wiretapping of our phones and internet use. So beyond these videos and petitions, my argument is that we need to develop real political organization to create some autonomy and some space for real activist, artistic, and political leadership to emerge and do its thing and shine for all of us. And with that, as Fred Hampton used to say, to you we say peace if you're willing to fight for it. Peace.